What is the general form of linear equation? ax plus by equal to c. This is a form of a linear equation where a, b and c are constants. And another important point you should know is that the degree of the variables cannot be greater than 1. 2x plus 3y equals 5 is an example of a linear equation where a is 2, b is 3 and c is 5. This was just one linear equation. Let's move on to a new page to understand another concept. What is a system of linear equations? To take an example, equations 2x plus 5y equals 10 and 3x plus 2y equals minus 2 form a system of linear equations. But can any two linear equations like these be called a system of linear equations? Not necessarily so. There are two important conditions for them to be a system of linear equations. The first condition says that both the equations should have the same variables. Here, both the equations individually have variables x and y. The second condition is a bit tricky. It says that they should be different equations. In this context, what does different mean? Let us take a few examples to understand the conditions better. Here's our first example. Do they form a system of linear equations? Look at the conditions and think about it. No, they do not. These two equations do not form a system of linear equations since both the equations have different variables. The first equation has x and y, and the second equation has p and q as its variables. What about these two equations? Both equations have the same variables and both are different equations. Yes, it means that they do form a system of linear equations. Here's your last example. 3x plus 5y is 15 and 6x plus 10y is 30. The first condition of same variables is satisfied and they look as if they have different equations. But wait, they are not different equations. Let's divide the second equation by 2. We divide the left-hand side as well as the right-hand side by 2 and get the equation as 3x plus 5y equal to 15. This equation is same as the first one. This means they do not form a system of linear equations. In short, if you're able to find the value of the two variables in question, then the two equations form a system of linear equations. Out of these three examples, you will be able to find a unique value of the variables only in this second case.